Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Lukewarm Cinema Podcast. My name is Austin. Today I'm joined with
George Martin Carmona. Viva Cuba! It's Olympic time, baby.
Chris. I represent Yugoslavia, which isn't a country anymore.
Is it really not a country?
Yeah, they had some sort of divorce or something, I think.
Divorce?
And Yugoslavia disappeared a while back. It's pretty sad. I think they should revive the nation, though.
I don't understand why there isn't more countries. There's so much land.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There has to be more flavors. Like, come on.
Well, like, do you ever think about
flavors?
Russia is so big, and people don't want to just
Yugoslavia
take over.
went?
Because they have missiles, George.
I understand. Listen, I understand, but you can do one of those, just like an Indian tribe almost, where you just take over a little area. Just anti-missiles. If they signed my pacifist agreement, which, by the way, if you guys need to sign pacifist agreements, just go onto my Instagram page. I told Austin I was a certified pacifist.
Yeah, you're telling me you're a certified pacifist. I said you're about to be an underground pacifist.
I didn't appreciate that.
I love you.
But sometimes when it comes to the guns, I get a little scared.
When have I ever made you scared with the guns?
Right then. I
don't even have
my
one
heart
here.
stopped. My heart.
Yeah, calling you my bluff. I don't have one with me right now.
Okay. But anyways, how do we? Oh yeah, you're representing Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore. Where are you from, Chris? I don't think I've ever asked you.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, what's your origin?
Human. Species American.
Okay. Full blown.
You know what? Okay, I saw a really funny clip that I got sent the other day. Donald Trump had said that he got tested for COVID, and he said they looked at my DNA, and it wasn't DNA, it was USA. And I couldn't fucking believe it. I'm like,
oh my God.
No. I am a real American. He's going to rerun. He's going to run for re-election.
I like to see a scientist try to make his DNA USA, and then he dies very, very bad death. Where we played God. He just crawling on the floor.
You can't be too much American. Because it's so tainted. It just has so many different, mixes of everything. So if you're too much of that, just the world hasn't processed.
All right, let's cut that up. George says we can't be too mixed.
Okay. Listen, we're a big mixing pot. Isn't it funny when people say we're just a big mixing pot? It is
we're
like
a family
stew.
here.
It's like a vegetable stew. That's what America.
Well,
is.
they keep changing. It was the melting pot. Now it's the salad bowl.
What?
Or it was the salad bowl. I don't know what it. I don't know what it is now.
I've never once heard it be referred to as the salad bowl. I've heard toss my salad. Never heard the salad bowl.
That's unique.
We're multicultural and we're sexually liberated. We're a salad bowl, which is tossed.
Wow.
I
get
democracy, America.
All right.
Well, okay. Shall we discuss our segment? I shall say the character building segment, right? Where we talk about our week. We give a high and a low.
Yeah, I got to think of mine.
Yeah.
You put me on the spot. Yeah.
I mean, you were going to eventually have to say something.
Yeah,
you did this week.
I'm really okay. Well, I can just jump into it.
You could think on the fly. Austin can go last.
I already got it. Told you I told you just give me a second. I can come up with it.
You were not kidding.
Yeah.
So if you would have told me, give me 5 seconds, we would have waited 5 seconds so you'd have had it.
Yeah, I'd have been fine. So my high is I think I gained a new client this week. I'm in the talks with a new person for some editing, more remote editing. I wrote my first screenplay. I mean, I had to do it for school, but I wrote it, and I had way more fun than I thought I would. I was like, damn, this is am I a screenwriter now? Now I can go to Starbucks and type obnoxiously, but yeah, I'm just a screenwriter. Yeah. You're going to see my film in Hollywood.
Hey, I've been going to Starbucks a lot lately, and I like to put in the mobile order. Right. So when I put in the mobile order, I have to walk into the store, and there's a fucking mob. I swear to God, there's 3 companies operating their business. Their business headquarters is Starbucks. I'm sure they get their mail sent there. It's...
Yeah,
it blows my mind. So
they're like, yeah.
Let me know how those ventures go.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it yet. I'm thinking about it.
Maybe we shoot that as a video.
Just me being fucking obnoxious at.
We all do. Like, we all just dress up like snobs and just go into a Starbucks.
Yeah, I work with Mel Gibson.
Just be super over the top. That's an idea.
Just like I'm writing Cold Heart.
So you mistakenly started off with your high because now you have to hit us with a low.
Yeah, I have to hit you with my low. My low is my meds. They kicking me, boy.
They kicking you. Okay, explain to people. Mental health.
Yeah, mental health is important, y'all. Take it seriously. I started taking it seriously this year, of all times, to be like, hey, let me not be sad all the time or anxious. So now I'm taking medication for it, but it's like I'm still getting used to it.
Okay. So, yeah, because they said 6 weeks and we're in week what?
This is week 3 now.
Week 3, so we're halfway there.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel it.
I'm fucking ready.
The anxiety's going down. I'm telling you.
Oh, I feel the exact same I did 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it might take up to 6 weeks. It might not work at all. I might have to swap over to like
sugar pills.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're giving me. They're like, you're not really fucking sad, you bitch. I'm like, okay, thanks. Yeah, that's my character development.
Perfect. All right, Chris, you want a paper rock scissors for to see who goes?
Yes, because I'm a competitive person, George.
Okay, so we're gonna go with one Rochambeau.
Whoa. One Rochambeau. What does that mean exactly?
It's just a fancy way of saying paper rock scissors.
So we're gonna go. Are we gonna go Rochambeau and shoot on the bow, or how do you do it? How do you do it, George?
We should actually reinvent this. We should go Rambo, and then
Rambo.
What? And then we put forces in Vietnam or something.
And then Fortunate Son plays behind the clip as we play this. All right, Rambo, and we throw in Rambo.
Wait, but what does Rambo beat?
It means he attacks with.
You still have paper,
anything.
rock, scissors. Scissors, I guess, is the closest thing to a knife. So that's Rambo.
He's the only way that you can make sense of paper actually killing somebody. Like Rambo could kill somebody with a piece of paper. It makes sense.
Jugular with construction.
He comes
paper.
behind him and smothers them with like a loose leaf sheet of paper.
It's one of those thick plastic ones, though. You know what I mean? They used to
It's 80% plastic.
The rich kids had in elementary school. You're just like, God damn, this is some card stock you're writing on in here. Okay, regardless. Okay, Rambo. Ready?
I'm ready.
You broke him.
Okay. I'm ready. Rambo.
Got him.
Oh, so okay. Christian's going next?
All right.
Christian is going next. I get to choose.
It was.
You're going.
Oh, I thought it was for who's gonna go next.
No, well, I won.
I lost.
I won, so I choose who goes.
It's like football. He gets to either receive or defer.
Correct.
All right. Okay. So the low of the week is just we've been busting ass. Okay, making hella bagels. There was these people called. They called us ahead. They said, "Yeah, we have a bus full of people." They called ahead. They didn't. I mean, which okay, I guess it's cool. They called ahead, but that's not a warning. That's a threat. We have a bus full.
God damn.
We have a bus full of people. We have a bus. They drive through the window.
We're here.
Wait, that'd be great with no context. Who is this? We have a bus.
Oh my God. You said this is the low of the week. This is a good way to play your lows.
Well,
humor before you.
Well, exactly. Well, that's how you got to look at it, George.
Right.
Okay,
that is correct.
So, just big, I don't know, I told you, all the good people left, the good managers. So, we're just scrambling. We're just figuring this shit out. Okay, we're just doing it live, George.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the bus. That's a funny story. So, we make all the group orders are the worst because people come in, they're all loud. Okay, they're all really fucking loud, and the problem is they don't want to take an individual order. They want to go all at one single order, all fucking 38, however many people. So
couldn't you just say no? Couldn't you just be like, no, you order, then you.
See, I feel like we could, and I've never been the order taker, and I feel like if I was, I'd be like, it might be easier for everybody.
You should have been like, our ordering machine's broke. You guys got to leave.
They always put the worst person at cashier
Put like the slow old lady.
Well, no, because think about it. The cashier is always having to deal with customers. So they're like, if we don't have to worry about them doing anything else except for touching an iPad, you know? So you're an asset. Don't think
that's definitely true because...
But a good manager would flip-flop it because you could do what you were talking about.
A good manager would say, "Oh, my patience machine broke. Leave my store, please. I'm done." So one, they're loud. Okay, every large group order, even if it's like just like a family or something. Okay, so we got this bus of people. Then big group orders, they always want to come in and be on one order. So it's hard to keep track of them. And everybody else ordering has to fucking wait for this fat order. I think we're on C now. Okay, 1, 2, C.
Gotcha.
It's the algebra alphabet.
We have to get the kids ready for school. All my students that are watching.
So
that's good. Thank you.
Chaos ensues. Okay, whatever. It's a pain in the ass. It's like a 30 or 45-minute ordeal, right? Then, we get the whole order out finally, painstakingly, and we hand them the like 2 bags of food. And the guy who's like leading the pack, we hand them the 2 bags. It was 1 bag, excuse me.
Okay.
I don't want to be historically inaccurate.
Historically
It's part of the Einstein's lore now.
It's canonical.
Hand them this, fucking sack of food, okay? That's what it was. And
now, was it the right order? Or did you just put random food in there and be like, "You want food? Here's food."
Oh, that'd be great, Austin. We should do that. But then it'd probably be another 45 minutes of trying to correct it. We just want those bastards to leave.
That is true.
So I pulled the fire alarm. Just kidding. I went to the bathroom and I called in a bomb threat on the phone, the company phone. So we handed them the big bag of food, and then the guy looks at us and says to the person, "You put it all in 1 bag?"
Like they were astonished.
No, excuse me, like snappy.
Oh.
Like, you put it all in the same bag?
Like, yeah, bitch, you made 1 order.
They did not ask us to do a damn thing. Okay, there are 38 people, whatever it was. Okay, and I understand you might want us to do that. Just tell us and we will do it. Like, you keep a marker, we'll like label them, or whatever.
Yeah.
So look at, the person who handed it with contempt. Like, you put it all in 1 bag. Oh my God. Okay. And then the person working just said, "We didn't put them in separate bags because you didn't ask us to." Very like sternly. And then they went, "Oh, you don't have to give me attitude. I was just asking."
Excuse me.
So
Jesus.
That's the level we're operating at, George.
Yeah, no, because it's in the morning. We also haven't talked about just like how hangry people could be in the morning, especially around that area. A lot of crack cocaine smokers. They wake up at brunch time. They wake up at like 1, and then they're at your store at like 1:30, and they're just like, "You guys are out of Asiago?"
I went to pick up Christian today from work to bring him here.
Yeah.
And like as I'm sitting there waiting, a dude just fucking cracked out of his goddamn mind, just walked by me, and I was like, nature is healing.
Cameron and I legitimately
you guys
lived
went to
there
school there, yeah.
Yeah. And we got out as fast as we possibly could because it was dangerous, man. That is a dangerous area in Las Vegas around UNLV.
And they're like, "Yeah, let's let all of the people from out of state who want to go to college here live here."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the grand scheme of it was. And let's put the football stadium just
way the fuck on the other side.
15 miles away from the... So nobody ever goes. But whatever. That should be my low of the week, that UNLV sucks. But it's not.
We didn't hear Christian's
That's
high
too
yet.
easy.
Yeah,
too easy of a hit.
You're right. So Christian, that was the low. You're high? Are you high?
Well, see... I ate this cookie that they said that you made, George, that you brought.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I feel like you're trying to dope me, George.
I put catnip in it.
Really?
So that would have no effect on you. You'd just be sitting there just like, why does it fucking taste like shitty oregano?
So you
Not that I know what it tastes like.
No, I was just about to say, it sounds like you've tasted catnip.
Hey, man. Mind your own business, all right?
Jeez Louise. We got a serial catnip eater and sniffer over here. Anyways.
So when you told me to go, George.
Yes.
I had to think of all of it on the spot because I didn't know what my high and low was, George.
Yeah.
The low was bus. it wasn't that exact moment. Just the whole week was busy. That was just a funny one, okay? Because it was like chaos mode. Okay.
Yes.
The high, I don't know. I feel really good right now.
Wow, so you did eat a catnip cookie, you dirty dog.
No.
Okay.
Well, I did have the cookie, but
You got some dope. Well, we might get some more photos taken of you later. That's a good high right
sexual.
Yeah, if you're not already, the link is down below for our Patreon. You can see some behind the scenes from today of what we're doing, not currently right now.
there. Yes. That part.
That part.
Okay.
So I'm gonna choose my high as right now because we're having fun and I'm relaxed. So there you go.
Cameron, can you please give Chris a massage so we can achieve peak level?
Poor Cameron, we're just having her do everything today.
Cameron, just a quick little shoulder right now, because he says he feels relaxed, but I want Chris's high to be the highest.
George,
just a little
the more
shoulder
we have
massage.
Cameron, we're gonna have to add her to payroll, dude.
Come
we
on,
don't even
Cameron.
have a payroll.
It's okay.
It could be really quick.
Yeah, I bet.
And then
Oh my God.
After Cameron, Tyler, if you want to hop in there.
All right.
Just a couple. There we go. Cameron, there we go.
This feels like the Howard Stern show.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you, Cameron. That was really nice.
Cameron's like, what do you want from me?
We've achieved peak level of.
Well, now all the simps are gonna watch.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron. That was great. Thank you so much. That reminded me of something that happened this week. So speaking of massage,
I went to Chinatown.
I saw this nice. It looked like a ramen restaurant. It was not. Just kidding.
Okay.
But I was taking a ride home, an Uber ride, and this guy cuts over because he's about to miss his turn. So my driver whoosh, on the fucking brakes. And, I'm a goober. I'm like, oh, home is close. I'm not gonna put my seatbelt on. So like the top of my head kind of like as I lunge forward, the top of my head like drags across the ceiling of the fucking. So, but just my forehead. So I'm just like this, like.
Oh my god.
You got fucking rug burned on your forehead from the interior of a car.
Well, dude, whatever. My forehead was all fucking bageled up. Okay, like I don't know. Don't
that
care.
point.
He had enough friction that it like sparks flew, and the driver's like, "What the fuck?"
Well, it's
Wow.
like I didn't notice it then, but like when I went to bed, I'm like my neck right here, like in the back. I'm like, fuck.
You Billy Mazed?
Billy Mays.
Isn't that how he died? Like he had like a bump on the airplane. He's like, what? Like compressed his. I think
serious?
so. I think that's how Billy Mays died.
What? We could make up a lie. Billy Mays died in 9/11.
Oh my!
Billy Mays died by luggage hitting his head, and then he died later by a brain aneurysm.
So he died twice.
no, yeah, he died twice.
He died from that, and then he died again. He came back for our sins of OxyClean.
Oh my god.
Bless Billy Mays. He's a great man.
God bless him. God bless America. Okay, so I shall bless you guys' ears. Let's start with the high. No. I made fun of you for doing that.
Yeah, asshole.
No, I won't do that. Okay, so the low of the week. We at our house had to get our pool drained and refilled because like it was getting like a little icky, and you got to like upkeep them, and so we had to fork up the $300 to get it cleaned and like drained and everything. And then it dawned upon me as we're watching our hose fill up our pool that I was like, holy fucking shit, this is not a $300 bill that I'm dealing with here from just the pool guy that cleaned it. I'm dealing with like a $600. Like, I'm not even sure how much money it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of money though.
From your water company?
Yes.
You should call them ahead of time and be like, hey, I'm filling up a pool. That's how you're supposed to do it. You tell them ahead of time, and they'll discount it. They'll give you like a different rate.
Really?
I can still call it. What? Knuckle it up?
Yeah, dude, like you have a house with a pool, and
Yeah, hombre, this is the first I'm hearing of. I guess all these places will give you discounts.
that's
They're
like
making
NV
so
Energy.
much money.
Like I learned this one too. Like if you're behind on your NV Energy bill, but you have like an elderly person or an infant in the house, they won't shut you off.
Yeah, you could abuse the fuck out of it too.
Oh yeah.
that laugh, you could abuse the fuck out of it too. Oh my gosh,
Like if you're trying to get a repair like
that.
like it's like Friday or the end of the week, and like, oh, your air conditioner just went out, and be like, we have a baby.
And then they show up. Where's the baby? Huh? What baby? And then they fix it, and you're like, thanks.
So
It's
It's like holding a
you
couple of
remind me
towels.
of the guy
wrapped
when they
up.
like knock on his door, like Jehovah's Witnesses, and he signs that he's deaf. They're like, oh, okay, you have a great day. He goes, you too. And they're like, wait a fucking minute.
wait a minute. I like that.
Oh my god.
So what's the high? Now that is your high now that you just learned that you can.
Kind of. Wow, you spin zoned my low. Jeez Louise. Okay. Anyways, I'll just continue on with the high. I went on a video shoot this week with Dennis Wolf. He's a bodybuilder.
I thought you were about to say Dennis Rodman. And I was like, they let him out of North Korea?
Oh, I would be. If I shot with Dennis Rodman, that would be a weird.
We would never see George again. He'd be on ESPN.
Dennis Rodman's one of those people who'd be like, if he liked me, he would say like, get in my car. And then like,
Okay.
you're not going to not get in Dennis Rodman's car.
I would not get in Dennis Rodman's car. He doesn't have a car. He has a spaceship. Are you kidding me?
He's like one of the coolest people in the world.
He probably has a spaceship. I'm not even going to lie.
Like think about this. Think about this. He played professional basketball, right? At the highest level. They were winning championships. And he looked at his boss and said, I need 2 days off to go to Vegas and party. And this is right before the NBA Finals. And you know what they did?
They gave it to him?
They fucking let Dennis Rodman party.
Did they win the finals?
He's hung out with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's why he's still there. Like, I was like, they let him out of North Korea?
He was like banging Carmen Electra whenever he wanted to.
Wasn't he with Madonna?
Madonna, too.
I think he was with Madonna.
Who didn't he put his dick in Hollywood?
Probably some of these people we're going to mention later in this episode.
There's a lot of guys. I think they're all guys that we're mentioning. We didn't pick a single woman.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
What
okay.
statistics
Because
they
women
say?
don't commit crimes.
Well, more men are in prison for violent crimes than women. It's like a statistic.
Well, everything's a statistic.
That's-
Like if you break it down,
The
everything
oxygen is a
everything is
statistic.
numbers, Christian. They're
That is
going
true.
through my head.
The algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm is going
Okay.
through my head. It says
So, my high.
more chili dogs.
My high of the week. I'm at the video shoot. We're at this Gold's Gym Expo. So like all these like gyms congregate, and there's it's like an expo to display new products, like new weights, new grips, new benches and shit. And everyone around there's like a fucking juiced up like collared shirt just tied around like kind of how I look sometimes. I fit in well with the crowd. I went in Gymshark attire just in case there was like a Gymshark rep there, and I'm just like, hey, if you need somebody to be a fitness model, and then I would just like hit him with the Cuban flex and the chain, and then hopefully that would work.
He has a missile. That's the Cuban flex.
Well,
You're looking for a rep? Well, you're going to be in a
Okay.
crisis now.
okay, so I went to this place, and it turns out that like we were just going to film a speech that was given by German people in English. So like we were filming Germans struggle with English for like 30 minutes. And I got a lot of good angles of these struggling Germans. But that wasn't the high. After about 30 minutes of this hour and a half long presentation, Dennis is like, yeah, you guys don't have to stay the whole time. And we're like, buddy, you didn't have to fucking text us that. I fucking know. I was out of here in the next 5 minutes. So anyways, we end up leaving, and there's this one room with a whole bunch of gym equipment, and that dude was like, one of the other photographers was like, hey, let me get some shots of you. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, I saw a box jump. And I've been testing out my knees lately. My knees feel good. I told you guys backstage.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just told us your ACL is only 2. Your
If you
ACL's younger than my kid.
If you watch, if you go on our YouTube and you watch our behind the scenes episode that'll be coming out, you'll see that I talk about my bionic knee. Okay? Because this knee, I don't know what got put into it, but it is healthy AF. And I've been treating it well. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let me try to do this box jump. And it was 44 inches. So let me put it into perspective. I can almost jump onto a person that's like 4 feet tall. So I got it on video. I'm jumping. I should have put the freaking clip in here, but it happened. Go onto my Instagram. I'll post it there. But I did a 44-inch box jump. So
Oh, well, there you go.
nobody clapped. Nobody
Okay.
clapped.
Oh,
can we clap? Can we clap?
We have another studio audience again,
Thank
so
you.
we're relying on
Thank
them.
you. Yeah, we rely on that. It fills the dead silence sometimes. And
Yeah, the void.
yeah, it turns out my high got fixed, so it doesn't even matter.
I thought of a great joke during that whole conversation.
Let's hear it.
What do you call it when George has an erection?
What?
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
All right, everybody, have a good one.
Oh my Lanta. Okay, screw that. We're going into clips. What we watched this week. All right.
Yeah, who should we start with? Yours?
Yeah.
Go around the round table.
Yeah. So we did this. We did this last time, and
you did this.
I did this. I did this last time with Space Jam, where we watch something, and then we kind of just give a review on a video like after we've watched it. So I was watching the Olympics, and here's a clip. This is what the Olympics are about, baby. We got a shootout between Indonesia and the United States. USA is the 2nd seed. Indonesia's the 15th seed. Oh, he gets an 8. Indonesia just hit a 10. So focused. Oh my God! She's dialed in. The focus on these guys is bananas, and the shades. The USA lost. I didn't understand it, but now I do. I have to bring out the Cube Erica shirt. Hey, it's Olympic time, baby. This on. Let me get the logo just right.
Did you find that on the street? George.
It looks like a rag. It looks so bad.
Looks like a tire
shirt.
rag.
It's a half shirt, but it's like a American Cuban flag. Yeah. Can you help?
Why is it wet?
It was outside. It's my pool shirt.
What the? Oh, okay.
The fucking lore of the rag expands.
I forgot that I had this shirt underneath here, and then with like about 3 seconds left in the clip, I was like, "Oh fuck!" I had an idea planned, and it didn't end up panning out.
I think you should be the new announcer for the Olympics because I was watching the Olympics too, and they're kind of boring. But you were like, "Holy shit, they got a 10."
Yeah. Well, it's best. That's the best part of the Olympics is when you watch them. There's certain sports that you don't know what the fuck is going on, right? So the announcers do too calm of a job, like trying to explain it to everybody, when in reality, just you can make it really cool and, like have like better explanations of shit. Archery is not that hard, all right? You just got to hit the bullseye. But
It's not that hard. All right, you go to the Olympics then.
Well, it's not hard to understand.
Okay, all right.
Yes, because the Olympics themselves, yes, they are hard, rock hard, solid hard. But I love watching the Olympics. It's my favorite thing every 4 years. I don't jive turkey with the Winter Olympics, only the Summer Olympics. So I'll hit you guys with my favorite event. I like the javelin catch.
Okay.
Yeah.
They catch javelins?
You've never seen this?
No, I have not.
No,
seen
do people get hurt?
No.
Probably not during the Olympics.
No, well, they're really good. Yeah. The trials are a mess. The Olympic trials for that are a mess. I mean,
anybody could just sign up for You have some dude who's like Uncle Rico from fucking Napoleon Dynamite. We want to watch me throw this football over the mountains.
It's very impressive that there haven't been more people murdered in that competition.
Speaking of javelin, I forgot what it's called in track, but the one where you pole vaulting. A guy at work was telling me in high school he had to sign like a death waiver.
You do
to do pole vaulting in track. Cameron and George both did track, right?
I didn't do track. I played the baseball.
Well, that's fucking wild. You have to sign a death waiver. It's only for that specific sport though, right? Like
because like imagine if you fly up like 10, 12 feet in the air.
And the pole's just like, I'm going to go this way.
Yeah, and you just fall backwards. Chris, your eyes lit up like, damn.
Well, okay, I watch pole vault and, I go on the PH, I type in pole vault. A lot of it's... Well, anyways, George, forget about all that, okay? When they do the pole... I am the pole vault. So look, when they do the pole vault, it always freaks me out how the pole flexes back like it's gonna break.
I've seen that. I've seen videos of it just like,
and I think
splinters.
What if it snaps? What if it like flexes back and fucking goes through your head or something?
I've seen people get fucking Gaddafi'd by it. You guys know what Gaddafiing is?
Right up the ass.
Yeah, just like and they're like, It's almost like when you're Mario and you jump on an enemy. Oh,
I don't like the videos where the people, it's them sitting on a stool and the stool collapses, and like it looks like the bar goes up their bunghole.
There was one with like a drum throne, and they sit on it and they just go down,
and then they have to lift themselves off of the bar. Like that's, I feel like there's no way it could just go in your butt, but who knows? Like it looks like it
are so well versed in this topic. This is
BME Pain Olympics, baby.
Oh my god! So I already know what your guys' favorite Olympic sport. That was gonna be my question to you guys.
Oh well, I have a few. No, my favorite so far, what I've watched, the fucking women's 3v3 basketball. We're just slapping the, like I watched them slap the shit out of Mongolia yesterday, and I was like, hell yeah, America, let's beat the fuck out of more third world countries.
Dude, that's the way. That's what the. Let's go. I was the shit I love about the Olympics.
That's what I was texting him. I texted him yesterday, and I was like, are you watching this? And he's like, I'm about to. And I was like, bro, we just beat the fuck out of Mongolia.
The Olympics have been on repeat at the house. That's why I was like, what do I review this week? And I'm like, I already did that. Shout out to WSN.com, by the way, where I am a sports reporter. Go to WSN.com for the best sportsbook bonuses on the internet.
Plug. Anyways, soccer though. Soccer is one of my favorite. And women's U.S. soccer, we shut out New Zealand 6-1. Two of them New Zealand scored for us.
They own goal themselves?
Yeah, there's 2 own goals in that game.
Oh, New Zealand sucks.
Yeah, and everyone was like, America's going to go great, and everyone's like, nobody thought New Zealand was going to be the person to knock us out of the Olympics.
Yeah. No, it's not going to happen. And just like the basketball team will straighten it out. I know they're going through some issues right now. But,
yeah. But I gotta go for my heritage. Fucking sounds stupid. But wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quit the wrestling coaching job, so like I've completely disconnected from wrestling.
But I mean, I still love it. Like we were watching UFC last night, and I was like, "Bro, go to fucking."
Yeah, but that's UFC. Like,
yeah, but like I still like watching Olympic wrestling too.
But wrestlers don't win in the UFC. That's the thing.
Not so much now, but in the past they did.
Yes, yeah, no, because people get knocked the fuck out when they go down and like, let me try to grab your legs, and then fucking.
Well, we were watching.
Jorge Masvidal shoves his knee in your jugular.
Jorge Masvidal's overrated. Anyways, we were watching TJ Dillashaw versus Corey Sandhagen yesterday, and TJ is a wrestler, and he kept trying to get Corey, but he would just fucking like roll. He would like Sonic, just fucking and roll the fuck out of it.
They're just too good. Okay, that's why
we didn't hear Christian's sport. What's
wrestling? Boo.
Okay, all right. Plain and simple. So the Olympic sport that I'm interested in is this was the last time the Olympics were on. Okay, not this current time. I saw it recommended on YouTube. Olympic shooting.
Oh yeah, that just ended today, I think.
There's all different types of classes. There's like rifle shooting, pistol. There's like quick shooting, and there's like marksman like type thing.
Yeah.
And what's so interesting is you look at their guns.
They're weird.
And they look very strange. They have the stocks and the colors and the pieces. Like some have these like blue plastic on them. Some have these large, weird, blocky wooden stocks that don't look like any gun you've ever seen. But it's interesting because I realize they're trying to min-max competing Olympically for, either quick shotting, which is like you like pull your gun up and you shoot as fast as you can to hit the target, or like marksman shooting, so like just straight up like whoever hits the best shots.
Damn.
So it's pretty interesting.
Look weird. Their guns don't look like what I have or what normal people have.
Well, no, there we go. We gave everybody a little Olympic knowledge. Last thing I'll say before we toss it over to one of you two for the next clip is that there was a fucking 12-year-old girl who made it to the Olympics for ping pong.
There's 12. Ooh. There's like 10-year-olds right now just fucking shredding it up in skateboarding.
No, the 12-year-old's the youngest.
Well, there's a 12-year-old skateboarding though. Like there's some young ass kids fucking just
haven't seen it, but it's okay. It's okay.
I heard about the skateboarding.
We'll find
kids.
it. I big trust you. I big trust you. I just wanted to break news, and then you overtopped my news, so I'm like, fuck you. But
hell
I still
yeah,
love you.
Dog.
But
Korea's making their move.
But I still love you. Okay, you want to play your clip next?
Yeah, I think for me, we'll just go straight into my clip because I say exactly what I watch in my clip. I don't need to
boom.
Go in. Hey everyone. So lately, I just started watching King of the Hill again. Holy shit, is that show funny. When I was a kid, I tried watching it. Like, my dad would watch it all the time. I never thought it was funny. I would always leave the room or wait for, like, Family Guy to come out. Holy crap, being an adult and, like, a parent on top of that, that show is fucking funny. Like, I'm on season 2 already. I started, like, Friday night. I'm already on season 2. And good God, is that show funny. Like, if I were to give it a rating out of, here's what we do, grapes for shows, I would do probably like a 4.5 out of 5 grapes. I don't remember if that's how we do it, but holy crap, it's funny. Like, if you haven't seen it for some reason, I highly, highly, highly suggest you watch it. The dry humor is almost too funny to even be in that show. Yeah, so I started watching it again because it's on Hulu, and I remember being a kid and my dad would watch it every day. Do you guys remember UPS, like the channel UPS back in the day? And
I don't know.
It was like a local channel, but they'd play like Family Guy, Simpsons, King of the Hill every day at like 6. So I knew it was dinner time because I'd hear King of the Hill and my like sizzling in the like off the stove.
Yeah,
and King of the Hill would be on. I'd be like, I don't get it. I fucking get it. Now, yesterday while Christian and I were editing, we were watching it, and they were making, like, fucking Vietnam references and shit, and, like poor gun, like, etiquette. Because we're watching the one where, like, Bobby just, like, picks up a gun and is a fucking expert marksmanship. Or, like, marksman, and we're like, what the fuck? I'm trying, there was something that was like, oh, there's, like, it's like a tournament they get into, Hank and Bobby, and, like, they're shooting, like, targets throughout the woods, and they have, like, Bobby in, like, a German World War II helmet.
I'm looking right now and to see when the show was created.
It was the 90s.
By the way, I'm gonna put a funny counter on your clip because I think you said funny about 15 times.
I was trying to like conjure up what like appropriately to say, but that's how I genuinely feel. Like, it's just like I need to just watch more of it.
That's great though. I think I'm gonna make that a TikTok. I'm just gonna put a funny counter on you. Funny shit. Yeah. So okay, yes.
King of the Hill. Like I said in the video, if you haven't fucking seen it, like, what are you waiting for? Go watch it.
13 seasons.
Yeah. I think they just stopped a few years ago. Like, or maybe not. Maybe they stopped.
1997 they started, and then 2016 they stopped.
Damn. So
It's recent.
was that 20 years?
Never mind. 2010. My bad.
Oh, okay. But still
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. All those shows, like, I just like the God damn it, Bobby. You know?
Boy, Bobby. Yeah, like it or like the like one of the first episodes, like they're having like a lawn off. He was like, "You don't mess with a man's lawn, Dale," because he wouldn't let Dale spray his lawn. So Dale planted fucking fire ants to fuck up his lawn.
You know what? I'm having a recollection of like my first time really understanding like Native American jokes was from that show.
John Redcorn.
Yes, dude.
Joseph's actual dad.
That's crazy because I was like, man, what long-lasting effect has King of the Hill really had on me? Other than making me think that everybody out in the Midwest sells propane.
Well, they only have that was an episode I was just watching because they realized if you have more than 15 employees, you have to have like the American Disabilities Act. And Hank hired a guy because he said he liked the Cowboys, even though there was a girl. Like, he was weirded out because it was a girl, and he's very like, oh, I'm good to my wife, and I don't look at any other woman the same way. And she was like, oh yeah, the Char King or the King Char, like, oh, it's a great grill. It has. She knew like her shit, but he didn't hire her because she was a woman. Like, and he was like, oh, I can't do that. So he hires a guy who's like a drug addict. Like, he goes into the bathroom, does drugs, and then comes out and vomits. But then because he's the 15th employee, he couldn't fire him because of the fact that he was disabled. So they had I almost want to say like an OSHA type guy come, Mr. Hill, you have to dim the lights for him now that he is going to rehab, because he was going to rehab at 4:30 and they fired him as of 5 o'clock. So he was now like a disabled person getting help.
Jesus Christ.
So that's why what does like everybody in the Midwest sells propane? So no, it's only like 14 people. Because then Hank quit so they could fire him because now they're 14 people. Now they don't have to follow that law. So they fire him and then they rehire Hank back.
I get you. We got to watch it together. That would be a good little rewatch.
It's a good one.
I love King of the Hill, and I've watched it since I was really young.
Probably since birth.
I was born. I was like propane and propane accessories. Okay. So what I love about the show is it's like it's not like Family Guy where it's just like gags and stuff. It's like a dry, like real life type humor, even though it's a cartoon. The second is that like it's almost like a Western values like satire of sorts. Like, oh, Hank's really conservative, and he's trying to play by those rules. And sometimes it's like for it, sometimes it's satirizing it, so it's funny. And 3 is like it's a show that like has like a nice value kind of at the end of it somewhere.
Yep.
So Austin and I were watching this one about how Hank bonds with Bobby because turns out he's good at shooting a gun because they go to a carnival and he plays like the duck shooting game. So they join a father-son tournament. But it turns out Hank kind of has PTSD because his asshole father, Cotton, as a kid, taught him to shoot. And he's one of those guys who like, Hank would get flashbacks of him yelling in his ear, "Come on, boy. Straighten out your sights. Bend your knee."
Well, they were in Boy Scouts, and he was like, "Boys, in the future, y'all gonna get drafted for the war, and if you're like Hank, you're gonna die."
Yeah. So the conflict was Bobby really wanted to do the father-son tournament, but Hank was making all this excuses so he didn't embarrass himself because he couldn't shoot to save his life. So in the end, Hank gets like some special training and like puts his best foot forward, and he does the tournament, gets over his like PTSD, but he gets second place, and he thinks like, oh, I'm a disappointment because I didn't win it. But then his father watches and gives him shit. But then Bobby comes up to him and is like, "Dad, this is the best day ever. We got second place in the tournament." So then Hank's like, "Fuck, I'm the good dad. My father wasn't." So it's a happy ending. So it's like,
it's like narrow urethra.
It's really good. It's really like you had the funny show, then you had like the little nice like, oh, that's like a good moment.
Yes.
But the funnies are like probably not good for kids.
No,
for sure.
Me and Cameron will rewatch it. All right, Chris, what do you have for us for your clip review? And then we have to segment into the celebrity crimes afterwards.
My clip will explain everything.
Let's see.
Hey, what's up? So I've seen all the memes, and I just got done watching the Jeff Bezos rocket launch video. It looks like a penis. It looks very phallic. It looks kind of like a Hitachi magic wand. And if you don't know what that is, and maybe you're underage, I give you permission to go turn the safe search off on Google and look it up. But like, I'm watching the rocket, launch into space, and it hit me. I'm like, before, your boss, all these 1%ers, the joke was like, oh, they get to buy jets and we don't, because we're working so hard to live in the rat race. Now they get to go to space, okay? They get to climb in a cock rocket and they get to go to space now. So it was kind of funny to think about that. So that's my review.
The cock rocket.
Sorry for the outside inhumane.
What was that person yelling?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. I'm like, the crackheads are coming after me, are they? Like, you saw me look.
You did.
I guess I wasn't.
There's no crackheads in this area.
I guess I wasn't in imminent danger.
Oh my God. But no, that rocket launch was comical. Did you see his post interview?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, I didn't.
He was fucking jazzed. They got him interviewed like right after he landed, and they're like, "Do you ever think you're gonna go back to space again?" He's like, Yeah, I'm excited to go back. He was.
He had like an epiphany. He's like, we need to move all the pollution over there. It's not going to happen in my lifetime, but
he's trying to win the divorce right now.
No, that's
and he
Bill
said
Gates.
the Hitachi wand is what caused the divorce. So he said,
he
you know
get
what,
divorced?
bitch? I'm going to fucking launch off in your Hitachi.
That's
And
good.
then I
That's
hope
symbolic.
And then one of the astronauts that flew with him was an 82-year-old woman who was supposed to fly up when NASA was doing their flights to the moon back
She
in the
had
day.
a heart attack like in the middle of a fucking
But
flight.
no, of course not, because she had to get the Hitachi wand from Bezos. So
What if she
Bezos-
Hitachi wand in the Hitachi wand while Hitachi?
has there ever been anybody who's been in space that has had sex?
I'd hope so.
I hope so. I hope we're not that fucking boring.
I hope the astronauts that kind of they went,
Hey, I could turn that camera off right now.
people talk about the Mile High Club, but what about the Space Club, baby?
Space is a hologram. George. It's not real.
Man, you think they have to like be careful where they splooge because it's just like, oh no, everybody duck, watch out.
Bro, imagine a meteor hits the Earth and your fucking alien son is there with like the alimony papers.
Hey, Dad.
Can we do a little, and this will just be a little side note for anybody watching too. Let's see if there's actual documentation of anybody banging
Okay,
in
George.
outer space.
I want to know too.
You go ahead and take the lead on this research because my internet's been a little weird.
We'll let the internet do it. We'll make a clip of it. But anyways, are we ready to dive in?
Wait,
No, we didn't even go into the Hitachi wand.
Damn, he should have
So-
said, fuck you, Christian.
Well, we
mind's
we
at a
got to keep it
fast forward.
punchy, okay? But I'm gonna drag it out, okay?
Give it to me.
Just like the divorce, I'm gonna drag it out. So like, it's funny because like, there's the constant perpetual like people bitching about Amazon because like Jeff Bezos, he uses all the tax write-offs, he doesn't pay like any taxes or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where I stand on it. But I guess like I'm not one of those people who's just like, yeah, so we're gonna tax the fuck out of the rich and redistribute everything. I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah.
But seeing that rocket fly into space, I'm like, damn. Their workers are working fucking hard, so this guy could go on vacation to space.
For 10 fucking minutes.
Like, I don't know, because people always throw around the term like, oh, what's excessive? You have excessive wealth. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but it's his business. I don't know. Like, I just went to space.
Like it's starting to get to the point where you're like, guys, come on now.
I'm mad that he's not Batman yet or Lex Luthor. Like, come on. You have the money.
Exoskeletons are next. I promise you, like the next baller thing that's like just like, oh my fucking God, I'm worried, is going to be like some 97-year-old man and just like fucking exoskeleton robot body that makes him like 25.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
Dude, seriously, I think that'll be it. That'll be the next time we have this oh shit moment.
Because we'll be in danger then. Jeff Bezos will have made missiles. You think he cared about going into space? He cares about taking care of Korea, George.
That's valid.
I'm going to have to arm us here at Sticky Paws.
You know
Studios.
why I think he made it round is because Elon Musk always said the reason why he makes all his rockets pointy is because of the movie The Dictator with Sacha Baron Cohen. Because of that, Sacha Baron Cohen in the movie The Dictator, he sees the missile's first prototype and it's rounded. And he's like, this is not scary. It needs to be pointy missiles. And then he makes his rocket scientists do it over again. And Elon Musk is like, yeah, all my shit's going to be pointy. And then Jeff Bezos is like, fuck you and double fuck my wife, Hitachi wand.
I wish that was true. I was reading articles that were saying there's like actual engineering like reasons as to why it's rounded.
Oh, probably.
They were like
You know-
aerodynamics.
Like that Blackbird that they actually like sent up went higher in height. So like it's not like he achieved anything new. Or like
We've been to the fucking moon. Jeff Bezos didn't even go there. We in theory have been to the moon.
Wait, hold on, George. What?
I think that's its own episode. That's its own episode.
We have to watch the moon landing tapes and then
Yeah.
That'd be fun because I actually don't know a lot about the conspiracy.
Can we lock this in the queue for next week?
I'm down for a moon landing conspiracy. Fuck
All right, we locked it in the
we'll have
queue.
to ask our guests next week
Boom,
what they
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
As the stunt person.
Absolutely. Okay. Did you have anything else on top of your Jeff Bezos
Nope.
rocket scientist ship? Okay.
Nope. It was interesting. It was funny.
Do you want to start us off on our celebrity crime raid?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so for
yes.
people who are wondering, real quick, your favorite actors are not so innocent, and we're about to shine the light on. I have at least one that's real
Should we
fucked
say
up.
the two? Let's say everybody say the name of their person.
Well, I
The
figure
two
we'll
they're
keep it
going
a
with.
surprise till we name them. It'll keep the suspense up.
Okay.
I agree with Austin.
So yeah, Christian,
I was trying to help
take
you
the
guys
lead.
out.
Give us your
Viewers,
first
I was
one.
trying to help you.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about all the gnarly crimes that these actors have done and celebrities. So obviously, I just jumped to the most gnarly, terrible shit that I saw. Like we all went over the motions. Like there's the obvious picks. Like okay, I'm not gonna say O.J. Simpson because we know the story. We've heard it before. Okay,
Right.
And like, there's all these people who are like, oh, he had marijuana. Like, I don't care about that shit. That's not that.
I got
interesting.
marijuana too. What you want to do?
Like, yeah, I'm not going to jail. Okay. I'm talking about Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark.
And I'm surprised this man has a career still, because I'm going to tell you what he did.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, now. Just so you know, these were when he was a minor. I don't know if that makes it okay.
Well, minor, like, do you know what age?
15 years old. He was 15 years old. Okay.
You should have some cognitive ability then.
A little. Okay,
It's hard.
let's
Like,
see.
I don't know what to say
judge.
about it.
We'll have to judge after.
Okay, guys. Okay. In 1986, a then 15-year-old Wahlberg and 3 friends were charged for chasing, and this is a racial crime. Like, it's a racial violent crime. Like, this is like the trigger warning. Like, I'm just saying. Like, if you don't hear like, I'm not going to get like crazy,
Right.
but I'm just saying, this is what this is. Charged for chasing 3 black children and pelting them with rocks.
Jesus.
While yelling, "Kill the blank." You know what word it is. Until an ambulance driver came and intervened in the situation. Dude, that's down south. That's crazy.
So it was him and 3 buddies?
Him and 3 buddies chasing black people. Like, throwing rocks at them.
Wow.
Well, black kids. Like,
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg.
So is that his only crime, or does he have more on his list? I was about to say, because, like...
There's more, and it's also racial.
I've chucked a fucking pebble, okay? If we're going to accuse Marky Mark. I mean, that was pretty bad. That is bad.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning that, but I've chucked a pebble. All right, go ahead.
I don't think that's the same, George. I'm just going to say, I don't think it's... All right, next one.
Okay.
Also extremely racial and graphic from Mark Wahlberg. Okay, but here's the thing. Oh, whoops, I got wrong screenshot. That's porn. One of these cameras might see. I'm just kidding. It wasn't porn, probably. Okay. Then it says this other thing happened the next day. It says Mark Wahlberg did this the next day.
Back to that day. Okay.
The next day, Wahlberg harassed another group of mostly black children around the age of 9 or 10 at the beach, gathering other white men to join in racially abusing and throwing rocks at them.
Okay, now this is more than chucking a pebble.
Dennis the Menace.
This is like every day. Every day when he was 15, I guess.
He's fucking demented.
So that happened.
That's bad.
And here's the other also racial thing that he did.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg, as a minor, don't know if that really makes it better or worse. I'm just spitting the facts. A seemingly... Okay, I like how it opens. It says a seemingly unrelated second incident. It's like, we don't know what connects these things.
Got you.
Occurred 2 years later in 1988 when Wahlberg attacked 2 Vietnamese men while he was high on PCP.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
So what did he do to these 2 guys? Because PCP's like close to Florida man shit.
Okay, so I don't have the screenshot of here. Yeah,
Okay.
that's grammar. But anyways, apparently one of them was a veteran.
Okay.
And he hit them with like a pipe or something. And his eye, you can see pictures of this guy. His eye looks like it's shut now.
Shit.
So he like it wasn't just like oh, he got in a skirmish.
Damn.
He was high on PCP and he fucked these people up in a racial like thing.
Damn. That's fucking
This
wild.
is gonna like damage people. Like people are gonna like not be able to watch things the same a little bit. But hey, this has been out there. Like we're not uncovering shit that hasn't already been found out. But it's just important for people to know.
Yeah, and I was floored. Like I was definitely floored. I'm like, and it's like, damn,
He's such a nice guy.
if you're a veteran, if you're a U.S. veteran, he is.
It's just he now leads a very disciplined lifestyle, and people always talk about it like, oh my gosh, why does Mark Wahlberg like wake up early every morning, pray, do all these things?
He wants to be a Navy SEAL so fucking bad because he's played him. He really thinks he is one.
Yeah. Or a Brooklyn police officer.
That's his brother. That's his brother that does that.
His brother?
Yeah, Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, Blue Bloods. He's one of the leading actors in that. He was in Saw 2.
Was he also in this rock throwing?
Oh,
incident?
probably. Well, at that time, he's probably at the height of his career in New Kids on the Block, and they were like fucking throwing TVs out of hotel rooms and shit.
That's some pretty baller stuff.
That's interesting.
Hopefully, we make it up to that point one day where we can.
Well, we started off fucking strong with Christian's first one. I think all shit. Does he have more?
No, that's everything he did.
Dude, that's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
So, I mean, he was a minor, and like, I don't want to jump to the conclusions. Like, he's came out and said that's something that's like, I feel like mortally fucking guilty about. Like, that's behind me. But like, damn, it's hard. It's hard.
Please eat at Wahlburgers. That's what he says at the end of it. It's always a plug.
Doesn't want to ruin his brand.
That is true.
So that's gnarly. Yeah, that's a gnarly one to start off.
Yeah,
on. Sorry, it couldn't have been a fucking.
Mine's
softball.
not as crazy, but it's pretty baller.
All right,
My first one is Tim Allen.
Let's hear it.
Tim Allen, Buzz Lightyear.
Tim Allen.
He in 1978 he was in trouble for possession of cocaine and pled guilty to drug trafficking. He spent 2 years and 4 months in a Minnesota prison and was paroled in 1981.
Wow.
Yeah, like I think he was like smuggling shit. Like I think that's what he was caught like in a plane, like flying a plane, like with fucking drugs.
He looks like he does a lot of cocaine. Now, this Wikipedia photo of Tim Allen is very cocaine-centric.
Well, you can see his mugshot, and he has like a fucking like mustache and everything.
Oh, he was fitting the part, playing the part, snorting the part.
Oh yeah, he was just like, "Hey, brother."
Yeah, no, I just he did Home Improvement, right?
Yep.
That was a baller show as a kid that I loved.
Now you know
watching.
why it was baller, because homie was fucking Narcos before fucking.
He low-key was a dick on the show. He always has like little side jabs in all his characters that he plays.
Yeah, I feel like Buzz Lightyear is probably the least of those. But yeah, I know what you mean though. Like he always has like that.
Yeah.
He always has that like fucking. He'll be
one
like,
moment.
Yeah, like even like in Christmas at the Cranks, he'd be like, "You're pretty for a bitch," and like you're like, "Oh, Tim."
Where'd this come from, Tim? Calm
down.
Yeah,
so Tim Allen,
drug smuggler.
We know what you're doing. So George, go ahead and bless us with your.
Okay, so the first actor that I am going to talk about is Will Smith. So, Will Smith, before, just so you guys know, like the timeline, he popped off as a singer first with
I have his album,
DJ Jazzy Jeff. They won a couple of Grammys. He was making it big as a rap star, right? So, he was in amongst living the lifestyle of a rapper. He had this one record label producer or manager, a record label manager, beat up because like they didn't sign his second record because his second record was fucking trash. He himself said it would have went double plastic. The first one,
damn.
Yeah, he's like that first album we made went triple platinum. This one would have went double plastic. So
Will said that, or the manager?
Will said that.
Oh,
Will
okay.
said
so
that.
Will had like a coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah, and Will was buying a lot of shit like jet skis, cars, jewelry, houses. So he like was running out of money. So this dude didn't pick it up. He hired 4 people to like beat the shit out of this dude.
One of them was Suge Knight,
and it was like 4 of his friends, right? But then they all like fucking ratted on him because they got arrested, right? So then they brought in Will Smith, but Will Smith like posted bail the next day. So nothing ever really came out of, that whole incident other than his friends going to jail for like a year. So all his friends went to jail. And then I think Will Smith got the celebrity.
Don't do it again.
Kind of, yeah, like this was a bad thing, bad Will Smith. But, and he's a sweetheart. But this, like, in turn, all happened at the same time that he wasn't paying his taxes. So Will Smith racked up $2.8 million worth of taxes that he hadn't paid to the IRS. So the IRS said, hey, I'm going to come by and take all your shit. And so they stole. Well, America.
Taxation is theft.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. So they took all his shit, his cars, his jet skis, everything. So Will Smith was a celebrity, but broke AF. So then he starts going to hang out around the Arsenio Hall show because he's so broke. He's like trying to make connections.
He's like, please hire me.
Right. So then he ends up running into a manager when he's like dead broke, or not a manager, the MBS studio head for the Arsenio Hall show was there and gave him a script, and he's never acted a day in his life. But the executive kind of knew the tax situation he was in and said, we want you to do this show called The Fresh Prince, or the Fresh Prince was what it was originally going to be called, and they called it The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So all because of this fucking like crazy circle, we got The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It would have never happened had Will Smith paid his taxes.
That's pretty. That's almost more interesting as a backstory to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like,
honestly,
he really isn't getting sent there because he got into a fight. He's getting sent there because the IRS is like, Mr. Smith,
bro. Yes, and the whole story behind how he like was acting in front of these executives, because he's never acted a day in his life, so he was like fucking stumbling on his words. He needed more time with the script and everything, but the executive was like, you know, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes and we're gonna change your life. And he ended up like taking the chance. So that was my first celebrity crime. Will Smith, although he did have people beat the fuck up because they didn't sign him and he didn't pay the IRS, still a cool guy.
yeah,
We all love Will Smith.
I agree.
It's not as bad as Mark Wahlberg.
I agree.
So can we like, we can rank these as we go. Mark's at the bottom right now, right? Or
like of scum.
yeah.
Yeah, I think my second one's going to be even lower, but
Okay, yeah. Okay, so go ahead, Chris. You're back up.
yeah, give us your next one, Chris.
Okay, so piggybacking off of tax fraud, George. Okay,
Yes.
I'm talking about Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
You know, Blade. Okay, he's been in a bunch of great films.
He was in the latest Coming to America.
Coming to America. Correct. Okay, so the Blade actor was convicted of 3 misdemeanor counts for not filing his federal taxes between 1999 and 2004, a time period in which the movie star banked about $40 million.
Shit.
Now, he offered to pay a little under $900,000 to help like towards clearing the debt, which was $23.5 million.
Jesus.
Jeez, he's a better CPA.
That's way worse than Will Smith's.
Yeah, it didn't pan out. Okay, his attempt to pay it off, because he was given a 3-year prison sentence, Wesley Snipes, and he showed up at McKean Federal Correctional Institute in Pennsylvania in 2010, all the way to 2010. That's crazy. It's how long these things go. Before he was ultimately transferred to an adjacent minimum security club fed style facility, which that means like
It's camp.
it's camp. Yeah, like it's like summer camp. It's nice. Like you're not in the fucking hole, you know.
Oh, wow. That's celebrity prison.
So out of interest, I pulled up his filmography to see what movies were in that time period that he did not file his fucking taxes for. Okay. Some of these he's both an actor and a producer on, by the way. So, Play It to the Bone, The Art of War, Liberty Stands Still, Zigzag, Blade 2, Undisputed, Unstoppable, and Blade Trinity.
Damn, so 2 of the Blade movies were during that time period, and those were all, I think they were all blockbusters, right?
I've heard of all those movies. Like, I've heard of that name of all those movies.
Yeah, as have I.
So, like, I mean, now to be fair, the debt he owed was over. They said he made $40 million, and that was he owed $23 million. Bro, that's over half of the money. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy on the tax angle.
I forgot to throw this in about Will Smith's thing. For the first 3 years he was getting paid by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the IRS took 70% of his salary.
Oh my god!
And
Holy
then
shit.
after they finished taking like back however much they needed, he ended up becoming the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Damn. So he was nerfed for a hot minute.
He's like, you know what, government,
Nerfed him.
bro? But that isn't it crazy? Like that the government gets theirs from these people. Like,
It's nuts. Like,
gotta-
yes, they're more well off than us, but like, just to know, like, what if I get? I guess that's what Wesley Snipes thought, and Will Smith. But it's just crazy to think you could be rich and famous, well-to-do, not file your fucking taxes and go to jail for 3 years.
It's just like you have to know. That's a part of growing up. It sounds like because he was born in. Oh no, shit! He was like in his 30s, so he probably had not been paying taxes for a while. I would assume these people just have never paid taxes up to that point.
They probably just have a CPA and they're like, yeah, "Do your thing. I'm gonna go to Cabo."
Well, obviously they weren't doing their thing. Those CPAs sucked. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Poor Wesley. Poor Pocket.
But that's not that bad. That's not. Let me beat up minorities.
Yeah, nobody has too much of a moral problem with like tax fraud. Just the IRS.
Yeah. I guess.
He's like a mid tier. He's like.
They help fund our defense systems.
He's definitely above Tim Allen. Like Tim Allen was smuggling drugs. Wesley Snipes is just like, fuck you. I want my money.
Yes. Okay. And then Will Smith is at the top. Cupcake.
I would say he's below Wesley Snipes because Wesley Snipes didn't have anybody fucking beaten.
That is true.
Wesley Snipes just straight up just said fuck you.
And Tim Allen just liked to do cocaine, so
yeah. So I think right now the list is going. We got Wesley Snipes at the top. Then we got Tim Allen. Then
Will Smith,
and then Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
but I think I brought in
at the bottom.
I think I brought in our lowest.
Okay.
So my next one is Roman Polanski, who was a director.
All right.
Movie director Roman Polanski was charged with drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl in 1977. As part of a plea deal, he pled guilty and spent 42 days in jail. When he heard that the judge might not honor the bargain, he fled to Europe, where he still remains a fugitive today.
Like they don't know where he is, or he's like in an embassy or some shit.
I think he's like in an asylum, like in Europe.
Dude's 87. He's old as shit.
Yeah. This happened in 1977.
So I will say this, just based on his Wikipedia, he had 2 wives die on him. Or no, one divorced him and the other one died. Sharon Tate. And that happened 7 years after. I just feel like these guys, I don't know, they have something bad happen to him, and I feel like there was a lot more bad shit that probably happened.
Oh yeah, he's probably
and
on
that was
Epstein
the one
Island all
thing
the time.
that like really, you're right.
That's probably where it happened. But yeah, so I think that dude bottomed the barrel.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Absolutely not. Like
It's a
that is
child.
the lowest. So was that like an actor situation?
It doesn't
You know?
say. It just says a 13-year-old girl.
Doesn't
I bet you if I
it doesn't
really
matter,
dug,
but
I
like,
could find out. But at the
that's
time,
still,
yeah, like at the
horrific.
time, I think I still have him pulled up. At the time, he was, like 1977. So his movie The Tenant just came out, and then he had Tess 3 years later.
Hey, he fucking went through World War II.
He did. His first movie came out in 1955.
I'm trying to see like which one of these movies like I'm really
Well, like there's The Pianist. There's
Officer and a
Oliver
Spy.
Twist.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Roman
okay,
Polanski's
he's the
Vanity
bottom.
Fair commercial. That's in his.
He's
that's
the
his-
bottom. Roman Polanski's the bottom.
Yeah. So who was your last one?
Last one to close it off, I got Bill fucking Cosby.
All right. Well,
Okay, so I thought it was only right to pick him because I myself didn't really understand the whole dynamic behind how he got released, right? So for those of you, okay, if you've been living under a rock since 2018, Bill Cosby was the start of the Me Too movement. He was the first
I
guy.
thought it was
Harvey Weinstein.
yeah, Harvey Weinstein. I thought
So-
he was the start.
Yeah, it's like very close in timelines, but this whole thing started with Bill Cosby in 2005.
Oh shit.
So
Behind the scenes.
this is where it started, right? So in 2005, the first accuser of Bill Cosby came out and said that he put a Quaalude he drugged my drink, which by the way they were Quaaludes. So he drugged my drink and then he raped me.
Right.
And so this is the same accusation that has reigned true throughout all the women. Now it's up to 60 plus. But this happened in 2005.
60 plus? Holy shit. I did not know it was that many.
So it gets a little. I try to break it down as best as I can to kind of like iron it all out, because at the beginning it was just one, right? It was just this one chick, which they didn't have enough evidence at the time to convict him of actually doing it. This is what the district attorney said. The people that were charging charging Bill Cosby for this. They said because it was only one person, Bill Cosby kept pleading the fifth and just not talking on the subject. The district attorney at that time said, you know what? We're going to put it in writing that we cannot prosecute you, right? Like, you cannot be prosecuted at this moment for this crime.
Like, due to lack of evidence?
But, yes. But in return for you signing and us making this agreement, you have to give us a statement, or you let us interview you. I forgot what the correct terminology is, right? But interrogate you over the statement. So they in this meeting said, do you use Quaaludes to drug women and sleep with them? And he answered yes. Now, these documents have been signed and sealed because it was all signed in contract that he would give this
statement in return for they can't prosecute him on.
They can't do anything to him, right? He ends up paying him off.
Yeah, so
2018 comes. Now we start getting the storm of women, right? This happened to me. This happened to me. You get a whole bunch of these accusers. What they were saying, or I said accusers, victims. Jesus Christ. What ended up happening is the same kind of thing, right? Where although they had no evidence at the beginning, now they had too much evidence. And it's like, well, how do all these just come out now? And this typically happens in a lot of celebrity stories where people will like tag along, and although it might not have actually happened to them, they have some sort of connection, which brings, like, in the court, right, this becomes an issue.
It becomes like a class action.
Fuck yes. And these defense attorneys are good. You know what I mean? Like they'll use a couple of floppy stories to flip the whole trial. So what they did is they unsealed those statements, and they pulled out those statements for the jury that said that he did exactly that. And then when it was presented to the jury was like, of course you're going. So then he goes for 2 years. Now we're at modern day, right? He was released about a month ago. The reason why he is released is because of that fucking paper that he signed. That contract stated that those were supposed to be sealed documents and not released, and they had to follow like a certain order before, like they had to get permission before they unsealed them and presented them to the jury.
Right.
Turns out they didn't fucking do that. So they fucked up. Bill Cosby goes in for 2 years. His team's still working in the background, and then the courts rule that yes, the document should not have been unsealed, and that is how Bill Cosby roams free till this day.
Yeah, I heard it was the district attorney changed, and like he wasn't filled in on this information, so he was like, "Hey, I got a file over Bill Cosby's name on it. You want to fucking open it?"
Bro, imagine you're in line to get a fucking bagel and you see Bill Cosby walk in.
Right now, that could happen.
Why are you here? Like,
yeah, you better
we
watch
got a
your
big
bagels.
fucking problem.
You better watch your bagels, bro. But how crazy is that? Because me personally, right? I stopped giving that story the energy because I get the fucking point, right? It's gross.
He's a bad shithead and he needs to go to jail.
And I was like, he got out, but I didn't put like the mental effort into being like, well, why did he get out? Well, he got out because this fucking guy just. He was like. The district attorney said the reason why he did it was because in the hopes of one day somebody actually using it in the proper way to get his ass. That's what they said, or that's what he said in his interview.
Proper channels.
It would go through the proper channels, and then you can use the information better than what they did. But I mean, because the trial ended shortly after that came out, because it's like, dude, he fucking admitted to it. But that's the thing. Us as human beings, we have to realize the character of these people and move on, I guess.
So now the question is, where does he go in the list? Because he technically served time. I mean, technically so did Roman Polanski, but he served 42 days.
Oof.
And then he fled.
I don't know. Let's let who's worse? Let's go to the studio audience for this. If you guys want to be seen, you could go over there. So we have Mark Wahlberg.
Speak on the mic right here, guys.
We got Mark Wahlberg.
We're gonna have like a panel come up.
Who's the worst person?
Line up, please.
Travis, you could vote first at who you think's the worst.
Bill Cosby, hands down. I mean, how many times has he done it and not get caught?
That is true. Like if it was 60 plus,
then there's that was just his daily operating procedure. That's what he would do.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Like they're definitely both shit tier. Like there's no doubt these are both going to be shit tiers. Just which one's lower in the shit tier?
Which one smells worse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Cameron, you're next. Yeah, you got to go up there. You got to go.
They want to hear your silky voice.
I'm gonna say Bill Cosby is the worst.
We got 2 Bill Cosbys.
We got
2 Bill Cosbys. Chase.
Come on.
He's thinking. He's really thinking.
No, it's loaded. It's loaded as fuck.
Wesley Snipes.
Well, who was the 13-year-old guy?
Roman Polanski.
Yeah, he's garbage. But I hate to be like apples and oranges here, you know. But while Bill Cosby was 60 plus allegations, and it was a 13-year-old girl and they fled. You know, it's like they're both garbage, right?
Yeah, like they're both shit.
I really have trouble being like one's worse because they're both awful.
That is true.
It's like it's unfair in a way.
It's almost unfair to be like, okay, this person suffered less or this person suffered less.
Right.
Yeah, because you can't put like a price on the fucking trauma that they really caused.
Exactly. So I mean, I'm gonna go with a solid tie for those two.
Okay. So
good answer.
So we're at 3 Bill Cosby, 1 Roman.
Good answer.
So we're at 3. But this is fucked up. We're at 3 Bill Cosby, 1 Roman Polanski right now.
Tyler.
Let's go.
Final vote.
Final vote. You could break. There is no tie.
Yeah, no.
You gotta speak into it.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Chase brought up good points, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Bill Cosby as well.
Bill Cosby.
It is.
Bill Cosby.
Guys, hold on. Bill Cosby, you think he's not a pedophile?
When did we ever say that?
Whoa.
I mean,
when did we say he wasn't?
The one guy got indicted for the one kid, but he's done 60. You think they were all at least 18? Come on. So he's probably a child rapist.
Wasn't some of them that came forward like the children on the show?
Yeah. So he's at bottom. He
All
has
right.
to be.
All right.
If you don't choose Bill Cosby, I'm gonna burn this place down.
also bring up the railroad track thing.
We're bringing up
The trolley problem.
Yeah.
Where it's like, do we kill Bill Cosby or all of the other people that you mentioned?
because he was like portrayed like they said his nickname was he was the America's dad.
Yeah.
Oh. I want the pudding pops.
Ew.
I want my pudding pops.
Not looking.
That is not a good Bill Cosby.
Christ, yeah,
Because Bill
no.
Cosby is not good. Yikes.
Well,
that's a.
Well, so wait. Do we want to vote? I mean,
Oh no, it's.
I think we signed, seal, delivered.
I
there.
think we cleared. What do you think?
look, I'm gonna tell you what I think. Okay,
Who's the cupcake of the group?
who's the cupcake?
Wesley
in the group?
Snipes.
What does that mean? Oh, the cupcake. Well, I think it's funner to talk about the lower. Okay. So when we first started talking about who's the worst, I was definitely going to say Roman Polanski. It's a child. Like it's like just automatically like you put it there. Like you can't go fucking further than that. But you guys brought up a good point that Bill Cosby was famous for working with children. Okay, you know shit that happens in Hollywood. Now we've all this terrible shit that's come out. We know he did it to grown ass women. Who knows what Bill Cosby did? And maybe, yeah, you can't prove that concretely, but like, ooh, when he comes up, it's hard to put it back away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Bill Cosby is the bottom, and then Polanski, followed by, what's his name? Wahlberg's the racist.
Yeah.
He fucked them up. Then
Will Smith
because he got people's ass kicked. Then.
Tim
Allen, he has the big cocaine nose. You know, he didn't do anything too bad.
Yeah.
Like it was just for himself.
Right.
Do you think he came up with To Infinity and Beyond as he was in that plane, just coked out of his mind? Fucking To Infinity and Beyond.
He thought he was in a rocket ship.
He thought he was in the Bezos rocket.
Oh my god.
And then who do we have
And then
left?
Snipey's up top.
Snipes just didn't want to pay taxes, which come on, we all feel that way.
I guarantee you that conversation with Wesley Snipes probably went like, "Oh, I just owe you some money. How much money?" You know, like he was like,
I'm not going to say it verbatim, but there's an episode where Joey Diaz is on Joe Rogan's episode, and he explains perfectly how like the IRS was cool with him, and then he started getting like ignorant, and they were like, "All right, no, get your ass." I'm not going to say
it
it,
out.
but I'll let Joey Diaz speak for himself because he says it the best. But that's how I first heard of it, and I was like, "Bro, what?"
"All right, guys, that was another killer episode. We got in the queue, watched the space moon landing, watched like the the live footage, and then like I would say just come loaded. This is
Come
gonna be a
with
very
notes?
conspiracy vibes.
Very conspiracy
Come with the
vibes.
Hitachi.
Come with the Hitachi. Do we have one? Can we get a hold of one?
I think if we can get it in a Hitachi for the next episode,
It's
then
like
we can
prop. We'll just put it right here.
we can truly create Howard Stern vibes.
We already had Howard Stern vibes. Like, but this is on YouTube though. Like we.
Next weekend, stay tuned.
Pay-per-view.
Cameron's gonna use the Hitachi on
fuck. Oh my
Christian's shoulders.
God.
On Christian's shoulders. You guys didn't even let me finish.
I got the guy tried
They
to turn. I got a
double
crick in my
as
neck.
a massager. Do they not? All right. Follow us
All
on.
right, you know where to find us: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Come on down, join us on YouTube. We're live every Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Lukewarm Cinema Podcast, TikTok. We also have a Patreon page. You can support us there. Link is down below. Until next time, everybody.
Hold on.
Oh, you got?
I just had to tell Travis. Travis, you could say goodbye, and then we want to finish in the wide because we hit everybody with a chin kui. Do you remember chin kui from Borat?
No.
Oh,
It's his way of signing off on all his news reporting.
It's Kazakhstan for like goodbye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Travis. My name's Travis. Travis Fletcher. You want to follow me on everything? That's pretty cool. Thank you so much. All right, now I'm gonna go back to here.
Oh, there we go. Ready?
All right, everybody. Till next time. Chin kui.
Chin kui.